Pisces, hi, and welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot. This is going to be your December 2023 reading, but first, a couple of announcements. If you haven't already, make sure that you're following me on Instagram and TikTok at Cardinal Fire Tarot. I post daily on both of those apps. And then, if you're subscribed to the channel, you may have noticed that I have not been posting the weekly All Signs check-in videos. That's because the end of the year is just very busy for me with the holidays and work getting busier and all that good stuff, like it is for everybody. So it'll probably be a couple of months before I start recording those again. But I am going to be doing a yearly recap reading for all the signs sometime this month. And then if you like my reading style and you want to book a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can find all the information for that at cardinalfiretarot.com. And that's all I have. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start by pulling an overall energy for the reading from this oracle deck. All right, Pisces, the overall energy for your reading is you are enough. Let's go ahead and get some tarot with that. Right. It looks like you may be moving into a chapter of independence, whereas before you might have been tied with either a romantic relationship or maybe, you're just moving out on your own and it was your family origin or whatever. But there's definitely like family ties here. And now it's moving into a stage, a chapter of independence. But I'm also just blown away. I didn't recognize this at first, but Four of Wands to Six of Wands to Seven of Wands. There's also a natural progression happening here. And so you're moving into a place that's more about you. And you are the priority, which for all the readings that I've done so far for December, that's the theme this month is prioritizing yourself. Well, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Overall energy for the reading. You are enough. This is learning that you don't need people or your career or your home or whatever external thing that you think you do in order to be enough, to be worthy, to be divine. Which isn't to say that you don't love and appreciate the things that we have, right? It's just an inner knowing that you would still be you without them. And then in the recent past, we have the Four of Wands. This is when it was a family unit, whatever that means for you. And so there were people to lean on constantly, and it was never just about you. You had to share that with others around you. Then in the current energy, you have the Six of Wands. That's you and you alone. You are going out, you are pursuing your dreams, you are being successful at it, and you're being recognized for it. And so all of your energy that you were dispersing outwards is now dispersing in within you. And in doing so, you're seeing significant results. Then in the near future, we have the Seven of Wands. This is defending the results. This is, okay, I've got this, now I'm not going to lose it kind of energy. In the energy that surrounds you, we have death, endings, which can sound scary, but it's also just beginnings too. Endings come with beginnings. And so it's just a turnover, if you will. One of the decks that I have, Tarot the Abyss, wherever that one is, I like how the death card is, uh, what's the wording on it? It's death and awakening, reawakening. I don't know, but it's like it speaks to how the ending comes with a new beginning. Then in your challenge, you have the Chariot. This is following where your intuition and your heart is guiding you towards. I don't know if there's external influences. I don't know if you've just shut off your emotions and so it's you're having a hard time tapping back in or what necessarily, but you're having a hard time going out in the direction of your heart and moving forward and making progress. Then in your strength, you have the High Priestess. That is that's your energy, Pisces. That's you. That's your intuition. That is your spiritual connection. That is your sensitive nature. All of that is in your favor. Let's go ahead and do some clarifiers. I want to start by clarifying you are enough in the overall energy for the reading. Clarifying you are enough. We have the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hangman. It's like there's this deceptive energy that you think you need somebody else's help in order to fill in the blank, in order to be successful, in order to be happy, in order to, earn money, whatever. You think you need this person or people in order to do so, when in reality, you just need to shift your perspective and know that you're enough. That's what you need to do, not rely on other people. Let's clarify the Four of Wands in the recent past. All right, clarifying the Four of Wands, we have the Six of Wands again, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. There was a lot of success in this dynamic. There was a lot of movement towards the future, towards what could be, movement as far as passion and excitement and motivation. And there was success, which makes me a little confused as to why it ended. Um, let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Wands and see if we can figure out what happened. Maybe it didn't end. Maybe it's just a shifting of your internal view of yourself. Usually that sort of perspective shift comes with exterior situations forcing you to open your eyes and recognize. So let's see what we have clarifying the Six of Wands. Okay, clarifying the Six of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Wands again, the Six of Cups. I think you knew that if you didn't go out on your own, this was where you were going to stop. which isn't to say that this is bad, but you want more. And so, even though there's a lot of love and there was a lot of happiness, you had to make the tough decision to go out on your own, which is wildly brave. That's so hard to do, to make that decision. Let's clarify this Seven of Wands in the near future. I think it's interesting how we have the Six of Wands clarifying the Four of Wands, and then we have the Four of Wands clarifying the Six of Wands. It's highlighting it's highlighting the fact that this situation was so good because you were a part of it. Like, you brought quite a bit to the table here. And so when you go out on your own, you get to bring that with you. And so you're already starting out leaps and bounds ahead of, the beginning. Because you have your, gosh, goodness? That doesn't seem like the right word that I'm trying to say, but whatever. You have all the positive qualities of yourself, and you get to bring those along with you as you venture out on your own. So let's go ahead and clarify that Seven of Wands. All right, clarifying the Seven of Wands, we have the Two of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing, but you're going to defend your right to figure it out. And what I mean by that is Two of Wands is kind of it's looking into the future, but not seeing what's there. It's looking into the possibilities of the future. And we have the Two of Swords, which is being at a crossroads and having to make a decision. And so with the King of Pentacles, so you are so grounded and secure in your unknowing, which most signs would have a very hard time being so grounded while so unsure. But that's kind of Pisces. You guys live one foot in reality and one foot beyond, And so that faith is really admirable. It really, really is. That inner knowing that you're going to be fine. Your faith is admirable. All right, let's clarify death and the energy that's surrounding you. All right, clarifying death. We have the Three of Cups, Justice, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Pentacles. It's like the opportunity for reconciliation comes around and you're just like, squash, no. Then maybe it comes around again and you're like, no. And you just keep knocking it down, which, good for you. Because you left for a reason, even though there's a lot of love and there's a lot of happiness here. You left for a reason. That reason hasn't gone away. And while you're figuring out your next move, that makes you vulnerable because you haven't quite seen the results yet of this movement forward. And so when this comes back around, again, speaks to your admirable faith that you are willing to say no to the good because you know that the great is up ahead. That inner knowing that comes along with your strength being the high priestess, with being in touch with your intuition that way. All right, let's clarify the Chariot in your challenge. All right, clarifying the Chariot, we have death, all these double cards out on the table are really interesting. Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. All these double cards is just reminding me how like interwoven our lives are. Like nothing is coincidental. Everything's connected to everything, you know? And just because we don't have the vantage point to see that doesn't mean that it's not just this well-oiled machine. I'm envisioning like the gears in a clock, you know, like it all just fits together like a puzzle. And I think that is pretty awe-inspiring when you really sit there and think about it. But anyways, clarifying the chariot, we have Death, Page of Swords, and the Five of Wands. You're having to fight just what I was saying before. Fight that reconciliation, even though you're in a vulnerable space of being alone. You have to fight to keep moving forward, which I do believe you are doing and well. It's still your challenge, though. It's still coming up. Is like remaining curious about the great perhaps, remaining optimistic about the next step. That's the challenge. All right, now let's clarify the High Priestess and your strength. All right, clarifying the High Priestess, we have the Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the Seven of Pentacles. You, I'm just so impressed with your energy and the way you're showing up because this is quite a mature perspective. That you are following your heart and you are willing to move into this isolation, into this chapter of aloneness because you're planting the seeds for the next chapter. You are willing to keep stepping forward because you know that what you're doing now is going to benefit you then. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. If you resonate with this reading, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then comment down below and let me know. All of the interactions that you all do really do help the channel grow, and I appreciate it. And then just make sure that you're keeping an eye out for your yearly recap reading, and I'll see you next time. Bye.